Hello and welcome back, G-Man here. Just got a package from Centaur. Let's see what's in there. Paper. Alright. Oh, here we go. That's what it's all about right there. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, here we go. This sucker stuck more paper. And then, oh. Okay. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, at first glance, they look to be what they call voice chips for the Juno-106. But if you look closely, you'll see there's a difference down here. It says 817A-GS. GS stands for Gravitational Slingshots. These, although they're called voice chips, they're actually filter/VCA chips. Now I have a set of fully working original filter/VCA chips in this synthesizer, but I'm going to put these in there. On the Analog Renaissance website, they describe the Gravitational Slingshot as being less squelchy than the original voice chips and having a much richer texture in lower regions. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that rich texture in the lower regions of the frequency range when we play bass notes and bass pads and stuff like that. When I tidied up these voice chips, I already installed sockets in here for them, and I also replaced the pins with the type of pins that we have on the new chips as well. So I'm just gonna pull these old chips and I'm gonna socket in the new ones. I'm gonna hang on to those chips, not gonna throw them away. Okay, I went ahead and installed the new voice chips and I performed the calibration procedure according to the piece of paper that Centaur included in the package. This is one of the mystery pieces of paper on how to calibrate your synthesizer after you install the new chips. You definitely want to install the new chips for two reasons. Number one, these new voice chips are going to have some different calibration settings than the factory chips. On a couple of the items, that is. Not for everything, but on a couple of the items. And the second reason you want to do that, for the synthesizer being 30 years old, it was over 30 years ago that it left the factory and was calibrated at that time. So it's just a good idea to calibrate the synth. So you will require to have an oscilloscope. I use my little Tektronix here, and you will have to have a digital voltmeter. I'm using a Fluke. So the instructions are very well written. I didn't have any problems following what they were talking about or doing for anyone that's have some experience doing these kinds of things. So another thing to note before I turn this on and show you what it sounds like, Voice 4 has something going on with the waveform chip. So I'm gonna have to perform the acetone bath on those chips as well to see if that can rectify it. Just keep in mind, you may hear one of those voices, it kind of drops in volume a little bit, and the square wave looks a little bit different on my scope than all the other square waves. But other than that, you're hearing the new filter/VCA voice chips. So let's get on with it.